I'm alive. Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, hi. I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber here to give you full body chills. Well, mainly because I resurrected. I came back from the dead. I was like passed out yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know I disappointed you. Well, I can't speak. Yeah. I mean, that's classic. I can't speak. Just one day without a stream and I'm done. But hi, I am alive. I'm back from the dead. I know I've disappointed you with, my Sunday stream because I kind of canceled it last minute, and I apologize. I really apologize for that. But yeah, like that day I just, because that was my morning, but I did not sleep much that night, but because it was my morning my time, so I did not sleep much that night, and when I finally woke up, having slept very little because of my health issues, just not fun. GI issues, not fun, especially if you're trying to sleep at night. You could never disappoint us, so Joshua, thank you. Oh, by the way, I have to add 2 plushies because you did donate earlier in the chat. I did see it, and obviously now, so I'm gonna add 2 plushies. I have to open my, wait, I gotta open the plushie super chat. Okay, add 2. I have to add 2 to them because Joshua donated twice. No worries, you're okay. It's fine, so your health always comes first. You guys are wonderful. I really apologize for that. Regardless, I do apologize because it was my regular case stream. It was supposed to be Sunday, and usually that's my biggest stream of the week. Well, aside from Patreon, but biggest stream of the week, and I don't like to cancel that particular one. If it's thanks for yeeting a plushie at my face. But the midweek ones, I can, it just feels less oh my god, the Sunday stream is the stream, I commit to that one, always try to commit to that one and not change it, but yeah, this time I couldn't. I really couldn't. So yeah, but I am back today with a case. We're gonna talk about a pretty creepy Japanese lost media case, which is circulating to this day. It's kind of the talk of the internet to this day, because people still cannot forget this commercial, this particular lost media commercial. And thousands of people saw it or claim that they've seen it, and yet it doesn't exist. As in, no one can find it, no one can explain it. So we're gonna talk about that today. Japanese always with the scary things. Oh yeah, this one is really creepy. But just wanted to show you guys the depiction of what I look like today after a brush with, I wouldn't say death, but I would say health issues, gastrointestinal health issues. I am back to being alive. I will never be defeated, maybe defeated a little bit, but never broken, Undefeated. Yeah. I'm like the European hamster. I come back to life oh man, you turn into a hamster. This is wonderful. That's just precious. Attack 100%, damage 0, cuteness 1,000. Also, another thing that's very interesting is fucking capybaras. Capybaras fascinate me. They fascinate me every single day. How a couple of weeks ago I went to this place that had capybaras. You could actually pet them and feed them, and they are, first of all, they are fucking huge. Yeah, I mean, the biggest rodent in the world. That's insane. But they are huge, and their fur is super rough. When you touch them, they are not because they are aquatic they are aquatic rodents, so it's like, you know, their fur is like very dense and very rough. So that's what this capybara has movement, you know, like this capybara is like Bruce Lee, Cappy Lee. Cappy Lee, just, you know, next movie coming up. Who's not amazed at capybaras? I know, but you know what's the funniest part? Like I've seen a video where it's like basically talking about the life of a capybara from birth to the end. And it's so true, because in that video they said like, yeah, oh yeah, the adult capybaras or just capybaras have the instinct to follow in the line, just follow an alpha, or, you know, like the lead capybara in line. Dude, it was the same. The capybaras at that place, the just kind of like a sanctuary, kind of like a little farm of capybaras. Yeah, like one capybara, the leading capybara, would just start walking away, and the others would just follow it, just in line. They would just line up and just march on. But you know what's the funniest part? Because that video was kind of like depicting the life of a capybara. It was like, so you were born as a capybara. You guys should watch it. But it's like, so you were born as a capybara. And at one point, it said like, okay, so you're an adult male capybara, and you're kind of a beta, right? Like there is an alpha and you're kind of a beta. You found this other male capybara that's an alpha, that's very like stronger than you. So you start following it, right? Like, and no one minds, you know, like you're following the alpha capybara, as it should be, right? And then at one point it's like, oh, but then the two of you, as you're marching on, you encounter a predator. And so in that very moment, the beta capybara just pushes the alpha capybara at the predator. Basically, like you sacrifice the alpha capybara, and then as the alpha capybara is being consumed, you're like, oh shit, I'm the alpha now. And then you come back to the pack, and no one is questioning it. No one questions it. You're the alpha now. I think that's the funniest shit ever. Oh my god, that was the funniest shit ever. It's just like, yeah, I just sacrificed our alpha, but, you know, tough titmouse. The alpha was not vigilant enough to suspect that I would push him to his death. So yeah, now I'm the alpha now. As it should be in our society. Oh, that's grim. That is grim. Capybara version of I'm the captain now. No, seriously, it was exactly like that. Like the beta capybara was just like, well, yep, whoops. It's like, oh, go there. And then it's like, well, I'm the leader now. Sona as the next alpha capybara until her death comes. Or the death is pretty gruesome. It's like death by hunters usually. Like not by any. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be predator, but like in that setting was the beta turned alpha capybara just died of a like they kind of got trapped. Yeah, like one of those, you know, like hunter traps, and yeah, they dead. Okay, so what do we have? So this is the first stream of the week, even though it's kind of weird because it's like a case, and yeah, obviously I didn't have my regular case, but this is the first stream of the week. We're gonna talk about a very bizarre lost media case from Japan. And later, I won't have a schedule for this week because, as I said, like my stomach has not been great. Just health issues are all around, and it's just very uncertain. Like I'm like I really have to like prepare these days. I have to prepare to be able to sit down for like 2 hours and stream and talk, and you know, just try not to get sick. Don't worry, like it's much better. I'm getting better, and it should be okay after this week. Like I think I should recover. It should be fine. But because of that, you know, understandably, I will not be releasing a schedule because things might change. So I'm gonna try to plan out some streams, but it's like midweek or just the rest of the. Let's just say it this way. let's assume that this week is like uncertain in terms of streams. Like I might have a little bit less streams. There might be like 3-ish streams, 4-ish streams, and some of them might be canceled, like really depending. It really depends on the last minute, like how I feel that day or the night before, and like, you know, it's just everything. I apologize for that. I'm gonna try to get back to normal, you know, as soon as possible, like next week or something. Like I'm gonna try to my best to recover and be back to normal. No problem, Sona. Thank you so much. We should all create, Pandashan says, we should all create a political party with a goal to turn our society to be more capybara-like. I support this notion. We should all be more like capybaras. Oh, also the other fucking thing that I saw at this place, you know, like where when I went to see capybaras, was like for the lack of a better word or a better description, a non-capybara capybara, or capybara non-capybara. Like, I kid you not, it was like, it looked like capybara, but it wasn't, like in part, and it had ears. And so I tried to look it up, and it was like smaller with thinner legs, but it kind of was like capybara, and like the face was kind of like capybara, but then the ears were not. It was a phony. Yeah, kind of. Oh, this is the thing. Patagonian Mara. They had Patagonian Maras. It was kind of like a rabbit, but not really, because the face is kind of like Cappy, and they were all together. Like this is not really it. That's like normal. Okay, Mara, Patagonian Mara. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. See, like it was kind of, yeah. Yes, Patagonian Mara. So it was kind of like Cappy, but then like the leggies were like super thin, and obviously like this is not an aquatic animal. This was just land animal, so they didn't have like fins or the thingies between their fingies. And yeah, I fed it, and it was also pretty funny. They're like very chubs. They're basically rabbits. Yeah, like basically rabbits, but they kind of look like Cappies. So it was like, and they were just all together, and like the place was pretty big. So, you know, like they had kind of like a lot of space. Yeah, like they had a shit ton of space, and they had like spa, and they had like what was it, like ponds, and it was very nice. Okay. Oh yeah. And I have to add 2 plushies to my collection. I'm sorry. I keep like saying that I'm gonna change it, but then I never do. Because like, yeah, I was passed out, so I didn't really, like, you know, I couldn't really change it. But I'm gonna add 2 plushies because Joshua donated. So I'm gonna maybe there's, oh, I wonder if I can add capybaras. Wait, let me add capybaras to the setup. Okay. Cappy. Is there Cappy? There's no capybara. Is there a Patagonian Mara? Probably not. I'm gonna add a kangaroo because I'm gonna add a kangaroo for no reason whatsoever. But I'm gonna add 2 kangaroos. Dude, we have like 100 of them now. This is crazy. Kangaroo supremacy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. And the third one, so I'm gonna add the third one because Joshua sent a super chat. Master Sona, there's too many plushies. What do we do? Sona turns on her lightsaber. What? I wouldn't turn on a lightsaber on plushies. Who would I talk to? Who would I speak to if not to my plushes? Okay. All right, let's just have it this way. Let's just have, you know, plushies supremacy in the room. Listen, this pretty much, like, I would like it to depict chat. So I would like it to kind of reflect how many people are in the chat. So right now we have probably like 100-ish plushies. I would love that. I would love like 100 messages in the chat, or 100 viewers in like concurrent viewers. That would be amazing. Look at that. So as many as plushies. See, this is like exactly, this is chat. Chat, this is you. This is you. That's you guys. You guys are sitting here with me. It's as if you're sitting here. I mean, you are, but it's as if you're, you know, on the couch and sitting on the couch in my office, which is great. Okay, and the rest of it, like when someone donates, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna add the plushies at the end of the stream, like after the case. So yeah, if you donate, if you super chat, then I'm gonna add it at the end of the stream. Oh, speaking of Star Wars, Sona, if you were a Sith's apprentice, I would be a Sith's janitor. Listen, like in the club, but not too close, not too involved. I'm in the club. Technically, I'm the cleaner. If you're a Sith's apprentice, which of these 3 Sith would you want as your master? Darth Vectivus, Darth Revan, or Darth Nihilus? I would have to see them because wait, Darth wait, I don't wait. Vectivus. I would have to see them because I forgot what they look like. Oh, this guy. Okay. I know this guy. Okay. Darth Vectivus. Darth Revan or Revan. Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy was cool. And Darth, what? Yeah, I think Revan or wait, and Nihilus. I don't know, Nihilus, it seems like it's kind of nihilistic. I don't like his vibe. I don't like the whole, like, you know, nihilistic vibe. It's not my vibe. I would go with the second one, but again, I have to say I would not be, you know, I would be like, listen, you guys, I am willing to join. You know what, like, I like your costumes. I like the whole, like, dark layer and dark villain bilanengo, you know, villain association vibe. However, you guys probably need a janitor. I'd be like, don't you need a cleaner? Like, come on. Like, I get droids, I get it. I understand, believe me, but droids can miss stuff. Droids are like Roombas, okay? They're like Roomba. They miss the corners. So you guys need someone more thorough. You guys need someone to really clean this place and make it inviting to the new recruits, because you guys have like a pretty, you know, pretty dark aura, and that may or may not discourage someone. So you need a woman's touch in the Sith layer. Would Sona be the villain? Yeah, I would be a hidden villain, you know, like I would be working for myself, but I would still, you know, want to be in the club. I'd be like, okay, listen. I will clean this place. I will keep this place neat and clean and you know, sinister. But at the same time, I'm gonna be the type of member that's like kind of in the background. Like no one is paying attention to them. And everyone is spilling their secrets because I'm pretty much invisible in the background, just with my mop, just do 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 do. And then they're talking about their evil plans, and at the end, when all shit hits the fan, and you know, like the Siths are dying and they are being defeated, I'll be like, no, wait, Jedi, I'm just a janitor, but I know everything. I know the tea. So you guys, I am a valuable witness. Me and my mop would you know, slide to each side, you know, like just go wherever the fate takes me. You know? Janitor Sona cleaning toilets in the, oh my god, not in the Jedi temple, in the Sith. That's even worse. That's you know what? That's commendable. So that would be the main girl who is secretly the villain when the hero is about to peak in his powers. I don't know about that. I would be very reasonable. I would be like, nope. I want to be the invisible janitor, the invisible cleaning lady that you know, is mysterious, but knows more than she lets out. So, you know, a mobster. Yes, I would be a mobster. An angry mobster. Jeez. And then, you know, like the Jedi would arrive and I'd be like, no, 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 wait. Yes, I'm technically a member of this club, but you guys see, I have a mop. I literally clean for them. However, villains are not, you may not know. This is, let me tell you something, Joe Rogan, that you may not know. Villains don't pay attention to cleaning stuff. They spill secrets, okay? And I know the secrets. I know all of the secrets. That's true. I would carry a, you know what, my mop would be a secret lightsaber. I would, yeah, yeah. A Sith janitor, that's going to have to be one epic Sith. Some Pulitzer Prize winning material right there. I would say so. I think this is an interesting concept. You know, Disney or whatever. Is it Lucasfilm still? Is it still Lucasfilm? I guess it is still Lucasfilm, but Disney / Lucasfilm. I'm waiting. You guys hit me up if you want a janitor, mysterious janitor. It's like in Final Destination, you know, like it's the grave, well, the coroner guy, I guess the coroner guy, you know, the medical examiner, or the mysterious medical coroner examiner person. Like, he knows everything, but he just, like, he does his job. He just stays out of sight of death. So that's what I can imagine Sona's mop would end up secretly. Yeah, it would. It just, I'd be like, no, you guys listen. And if Jedi came over and they're like, okay, why do you have a Sith lightsaber? I'm like, no, wait, this is my mop. they just gave it to me. I didn't know. I just tweaked it, and I tweaked it into a mop. Okay, that, you know, you and I just need it. I don't know, like it deals with germs. So it's the laser part that really gets in the corners. Okay. In the crevices. I can imagine that. Repost a gift miss. Sorry. How about an Ewok Sith or a Jawa Sith? Oh no, I would, yeah. Wait, no. The little guys, that's the scavengers. Oh my god, is it Jawa? Wait, Jawas? I think it's Jawa, right? Wait, is it Jawas? Yeah, Jawas, yeah. Yeah, I would roll with a Jawa Sith. I'd be like, you know what, yeah. I like your vibe. And you scavenge stuff, and some of those stuff is important, so it might be useful later. Might come in handy later. Okay, guys. I think it's time. I think we can talk about the case now. And also is it? All right, that's good. All right, you guys are ready? Get yourself a beverage, make yourselves comfortable, get a blanket, you know, turn off your lights, sit comfortably, and let's hear the case. So today we are diving into one of the strangest, creepiest corners of Japanese lost media, and it's not a murder, it's not a crime, but it is something that haunted an entire generation of kids or people, and to this day no one can prove it. Like, no one can prove if it really existed. So the whole lost media situation is called Nazo no CM Hitogata, and it means the mystery commercial Hitogata, also nicknamed the white humanoids. So the story really takes off in 2004 on 2chan, which is basically Japan's version of 4chan. So essentially an anonymous message board where people would trade stories, rumors, and memories, so on, right? And that year, a thread popped up on 2chan asking, or 2chan, it's basically like 2chan, right? Like, so 2channel. And this thread popped up asking users about this scary commercial that they remember from their childhood. And one user wrote something that immediately grabbed attention, and they wrote this: there was this terribly scary commercial and I still have it constantly in my memory. There were two white human figures against a black backdrop, and this noise that kept ringing. What I'm sure of is the part that went, every 2 seconds, a man dies on Earth. And after the noise is repeated twice, one of the figures disappears. Then the figure appears and the other one disappears, over and over again. It was just that on a loop for what felt like forever. So yeah, essentially it was like this. So this is actually one of the remakes. So you can picture it. Basically what happened was this. Yeah. So you can picture that you're just there, you're just going about your day or sitting in front of the TV very late at night, because this was literally late at night, like in the middle of the night. Most people report that they would see this commercial, I don't know, wee hours of the morning, or like in the middle, pretty much in the middle of the night, when suddenly like those two faceless figures, white figures, are blinking in and out on the screen to the sign, pretty much the like signal or sound of maybe something like a bell, maybe something like a railroad crossing bell. And then these words on screen appear that tell you that every 2 seconds someone on Earth dies. So that's creepy. I mean, that's more than creepy. And this wasn't just one person's memory. As the thread grew, other users chimed in saying like, wait a minute. I remember this ad. I remember this too. And some swore that they had seen it aired on TV. Others thought it was kind of like a PSA shown in elementary schools, like, a public service announcement about safety or about death statistics, something like that. But essentially everyone was just like, yo, I remember this. Like, how do I remember this? But I don't remember it like this way. It felt like every person remembered it a little bit differently. So there was even an illustration posted to the thread that showed what the humanoid figures supposedly looked like. Some of them, like, okay, so this is just one of the depictions, right? Like one of the illustrations, but basically two white blank silhouettes, either against a pitch black background or a dark picture of train tracks. And just seeing the sketch gave people chills, and people are like, yeah, this is exactly it. Like, that's kind of what, like, it is, the overall concept. They're like, yeah, this is it. But it was kind of like a little bit different, like some people were saying like, yeah, no, like it was black background. Some people were saying, oh no, there was a picture of train tracks, of railroad tracks, right? And, but everyone wondered about the same thing. Like, why would something this dark be shown like on TV? Or if it was a school kind of video or PSA, why would it be shown to children? Like, why show something like this to children? And also Swordsman Studios and Hinako, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so eventually someone made another fan recreation video to show what the commercial might have looked like. And in this version that I'm gonna show you, wait, is it the same version that okay, it's good. So in this version, the humanoids appear on what looks like train tracks, and they are appearing and disappearing, right? Like in time, every 2 seconds. And so this is I think this is the second ad. This is the second ad. So it was very short, right? But it was kind of the same. Oh, and then later, you know, the sign, like, or the words show up like every 2 seconds, blah blah blah, right? Like every 2 seconds a person dies. And that gave birth to one of the most popular theories, that maybe this was actually a railroad safety PSA, right? Like the public service announcement. And it was created by, well, I mean, a lot of it, the theories that circulated basically focused on AC Japan. So it's the Advertising Council of Japan. And it would kind of make sense, like, you know, kids in school maybe seeing a scary, or just kids remembering that they saw, or, you know, people remembering like, oh, I saw this as a kid, either at home or at school, you know, like, oh, this would make sense. Like, okay, well, maybe it was like talking about safety on like railroad safety, and it was shown to kids, and it was warning them about the dangers of railways, right? Doesn't mean that it's not odd. Like, it was very odd. And here's the kicker. That theory has basically been debunked, right? Like the Advertising Council of Japan, because that's, you know, that's who people were pointing to. That's where people were pointing to. But it was debunked because fans and researchers of Lost Media actually they reached out to AC Japan directly, and the organization denied ever making anything like this. They're like, no, we didn't make this. Like, what is this? No, this was never our campaign. Like, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, so what exactly was the Hitogata CM? A real broadcast that slipped through the cracks, a PSA, a school PSA that was quietly just retired, or just a collective false memory that spread like wildfire because hundreds of people, thousands of people came in to the forum saying, yeah, I've seen this too. So after the original post in 2004 on 4chan, the story of the Hitogata commercial just kind of lingered. Like, it was not viral anymore, you know, it wasn't like, oh, the main focus anymore, but it still lingered around because of the mystery. No one could really find the video. No one could track down the situation, like the station that aired it. And yet people swore that they had seen it. And like most urban legends, the details started to shift a little bit. So some people said that there were, you know, train tracks in the background. Others, oh, sorry, there's a sound. Yeah, so what they said was that there were train tracks in the background. Other people said that insisted that it was just a black screen, and some remembered it being 15 seconds long. Others said that it was much, much longer. And a few recalled only one white humanoid figure, while others were certain that there was, like, you know, two, and also that there was text, you know, the text that said that, oh, you know, one person dies every 2 seconds, or even like voiceover, that there was like a voiceover and it said like, oh, every 2 seconds one person dies. And so that is the thing about memory, especially scary memory. Like, the people talked about it, the more people talked about it, the more it felt like everyone had their own vision, right? Like, it just kind of evolved. Like, people started saying like, yeah, there was a voiceover, there was this railroad sound, there was the background, there wasn't a background, or something else was written on the screen, right? And, you know, the more people talked about it, the more it felt like everyone had a different version. It was real, but it wasn't the same real for everybody. And Tsunohanashi says, oh, I think I sort of get it. It's probably a trolley problem. 2 people on separate railroad tracks with a single oncoming train, and you can only save one of them. Is that a school, like, math problem? Wait. Sorry, I have to drink. I don't think it's a math problem. I don't think that was the point of the commercial, but sure, why not? Like, you can save just one person. Okay. So continuing, by the late 2000s, threads about the mysterious commercial would resurface again and again on Japanese forums. And then interest exploded again over on in 2019, so not that long ago, and it exploded on 5channel, which is another Japanese website. It's basically the successor to 2chan. And someone started a dedicated thread just for this hunt. And that is when the mystery went international. The Lost Media wiki community picked it up from, 5channel and from 2chan. And a poster started circulating on Twitter like a missing persons flyer, except instead of a child's photo, it said this: "Have you seen me? On the hunt for the lost Japanese white shadow people commercial." And the poster basically laid out all the information. So estimated to have aired between the late 90s and early 2000s, possibly shown in Japanese schools or late night TV, around 15 to 30 seconds long, most often linked to railroad safety or AC Japan's PSAs, and then first mentioned as far back as 1999 on 2chan. And so, this new wave of interest brought out even more testimonies, and some swore that they had seen recreations. So this is only few recreations that, oh my God, what happened? What happened to my model? I just kind of glitched. This is great. But yeah, these are just a few recreations that are known or exist. None of these are real, right? All of them are recreations of the commercial because everyone is looking for it, right? So some swore that they'd seen recreations that matched what they remembered exactly. So maybe some of them just saw the recreations. And also, I'm sorry, I have to pause for a moment because, oh my God, okay. Because I'm getting kind of dizzy. I'm getting kind of tired, sorry. And I have to drink. Model just popped for a second, for just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Take your time. Yeah, I just have to take a breath because I'm getting too excited and also just wow, dizzy. Wow, you guys have no idea. But it's okay. I'm good. Your model will be popping every 2 seconds now. Oh my God, is that it? Is that what's gonna happen now? The Hitogata CM is gonna just affect my model, so I'm gonna be popping every 2 seconds. Okay, back to the story. I think I'm good. Breathe. Okay. Take your time. Yeah, no worries. Let's get back to the story. So, as I said, some people, when seeing those recreations, they said oh wait, this one recreation matches exactly what I saw. Others said that the fan-made versions felt off. Yeah, it is what I saw, but it's kind of like a copy of a dream, oh yeah, it's good, but it's not exactly what I saw, but it's just as good as it gets, right? If it's not the original, if we can't find the real thing, then this is as close as it gets. And then, not a single authentic clip has ever surfaced, right? No one has ever found the actual commercial. So today, if you search for Hitogata on YouTube, you will find a dozen recreations, each one slightly different, different sounds, different timing, different figures. They all capture the general vibe of the commercial, but none of them are the original Hitogata CM. And because of as of right now, the Hitogata CM falls into the category of existence unconfirmed, lost media, that kind of thing. So let's talk about theories, because if nobody can actually find this commercial, then what was it? Okay, so theory one Just relax, Sona. I just have to breathe. Okay, so theory 1 is that it was the railroad PSA, and I did mention that, right? Like, so that's the most popular theory, is that Hitogata was a railroad, oh god, I can't speak, but railroad safety commercial. The reasoning is simple. You know, people remember that clanging sound, like the kan kan kan, which I'm gonna play, which is identical to the sound of railroad crossing in Japan. And in at least one recreation, you know, the humanoid figures actually stood on the train tracks. So let me show you guys what one of them actually showed. So this is, yeah. You know what I mean? So this is like one of the recreations, which is strange because it's very different, right? But I'm showing it for the sound mainly, because it was a little bit different. Like there was another thing that was mentioned about like the, okay, so there was this other thing that was mentioned in another, so I'm going to show it to you guys later, but yeah, like there was this line that shows up in this particular video. There's a couple of them, so let's watch a couple of them and see. So this is the second one. Yeah, so this actually says Tetsudo no anzen o mamoru. So the, you know, kind of like protect the safety on tracks, like railroad safety. Basically railroad safety. And yeah, like the person who recreated it, they used, oh, whatever this is. But they used the AC Japan logo. Yeah, another one is this one. This is from 2 years ago, so someone just, you know, recreated this. Yeah, so it's the same. Every 2 seconds, 誰かが死んでいる, right? So every 2 seconds, someone dies. Yeah. All right, the next one is this one. So we're gonna watch a couple of them. And if there's an ad, not sponsored. Oh, that's okay. That's the one that we've seen before. I have another one. Okay, this one. Like this is the sound from Japan, and the first one that I showed you, like this one, that's exactly the sound. That's the one that they usually use. But this one is close, just a little bit distorted. Sorry for the sniffles. Yeah. Yeah, so they kind of leaned, a couple of them definitely leaned into the AC Japan, so the Advertising Council of Japan.
誰かが2秒ごとに死
Oh
ぬ
yeah. Yeah, right, like 誰かが2秒ごとに死ぬ. So I did mention that some people remembered that there was a voice, like narrator, that actually, I think there's some creepy stuff later. It's kind of like creepy stuff shows up. But yeah, you know, if this was made, also Azor says, this is some uncanny valley type vibes. Oh yeah, like, right, like that was the gist of it. Like, oh, technically it was a safety, you know, like a safety commercial, railroad safety commercial, but then at the same time it was like, oh, this is so uncanny, like that, why? And if this was made by the Advertising Council of Japan, it would explain why kids remembered seeing it in school and why it carried such, like the nightmarish kind of like very blunt message or warning. But yeah, again, people contacted AC Japan and they denied ever making this kind of commercial. The voice is familiar. I remember hearing this from alerts for earthquakes. Oh yeah, this is a very common word, like a very common voice in Japan. I think it's even like on trains, like when like it's very similar to the announcement on at the train station and announcement for the next station. I think it's the same lady. But yeah, again, no one could find any record of this commercial, like any actual clip, no records, no archived footage, nothing. Because if AC Japan made it, they would have had it in their archives, but they didn't. So if it was about trained, it didn't really come from them. And then we have theory 2, which is an NGO or charity ad. So another theory is that the Hitogata CM wasn't about trains at all. It was about death statistics. So remember that chilling line, right? Like that chilling line, every 2 seconds, someone on Earth dies, right? So this doesn't really sound like train safety necessarily, right? Like it might be on train tracks, but it doesn't really sound like train safety per se. It sounds like something, right? Like an NGO or a global charity group would use to shock viewers into awareness, right? Like maybe about poverty, maybe about hunger or disease, like just in general, like every 2 seconds there's a person who dies. And in fact, in the early 2000s, groups like, the AC Japan and international NGOs were known to run these kinds of like stark statistics heavy, just very blunt PSAs on late night TV. So, it wasn't the first time that an NGO or some kind of charity organization would like have a commercial on TV that had like this minimalistic style and like some kind of shocking line, some kind of like shocking caption. Was the voice distorted? Oh no, it's not. Like the voice in the announcer, I mean, some people say I don't know if it was distorted. Some people just said that there was a voice in the commercial, but some people said there was no voice, and that's what made it even weirder. So again, NGOs or charity organizations, they are known for some pretty blunt ads, but at the same time, no NGO has ever stepped forward to claim the footage, and no footage has resurfaced. So that's where this theory pretty much ended, because no one could really pinpoint any particular organization to it. Wait, also I have to take a break. I'm sorry. It's the beauty of dealing with this. Oh my god, I'm getting kind of nauseous. It's okay. I'll survive. Okay. So there is a third theory, and the third theory is a chemical company commercial. So this one sounds different, right? This one sounds a little bit strange because okay, well, we have NGO, that makes sense. Okay, AC Japan, the advertising, PSA, that makes sense, but why a chemical company? So this one sounds strange, but some users on Japanese forums suggested that Hitogata CM might have been an advertisement for a chemical company. So apparently there was a commercial by a Yamaguchi-based chemical company in the 90s that showed white silhouettes of people emerging and disappearing, and they were paired with the slogan. So someone said oh no, the slogan was something different. The slogan was actually chemistry stepping into an unknown world, and this is exactly what this remake recreation of the ad said. So basically chemistry stepping into an unknown world. So I guess, oh god, my Japanese is rusty, but kagaku wa ima, I guess, muchi no sekai e. So like, yeah, unknown, stepping into the unknown world, right? So yeah, sorry, I have to like, and I have to drink. What does Hitogata mean? Humanoids or humans. I guess it means more like humanoids, because Hitogata is just like, oh, human-like figure or human shape. But yeah, you know, these people are like several people that propagated this theory. They said like, no, we saw a different password where it wasn't like, oh, every 2 seconds a person dies. It was chemistry stepping into an unknown world, or at least it was like an additional password, an additional caption that popped on screen. I think it's pronounced as no, it's not kagaku. This is a different kanji. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's, isn't it kagaku? Wait, did I mess it up? Kagaku chemistry. Am I? No, yeah, kagaku. I'm correct. Let me show you guys the, yeah. I got it right. Yeah. Kagaku. That's the, oh shit, wait. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so it's different than what you posted, yes. So kagaku, the one that you posted, is also like internal, like it can be well, I guess like other science, but yeah. This is the chemistry thing, or science. Okay. Oh my god. But yeah, the other one, you're correct. There's another. So that one also is kagaku. It's just different kagaku. So yeah, there's two. There's absolutely two. Actually, this one might be, because the first kanji that you used is also used in Naika, so it's like internal medicine. But yeah, so the one that I'm talking about is kagaku. It's not bake. I'm gonna pretend what that means. Pretend to know what that means. Yeah, it's just kanji. Kanji can be read in the same way, but then they mean something else, like hashi, which is like chopsticks and bridge, or you know, there's a couple of them out there. Wait, actually, I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what the other one means, if I'm correct, and it's like medical studies. Japanese. Yeah, oh, I mean, it is science, but the other one is chemistry specifically. Yeah, so this one is also science. It is science. So this one is science, but the other one is specifically chemistry. Yeah. Wait, chemistry in Japanese. Yep, it's chemistry in Japanese is kagaku. So it's the same, right? Like both are read the same way. So it's kagaku for science and then kagaku for chemistry, but it's different characters, like go figure. I mean, I know, but the sources I learned Japanese from said that both kagaku and bakegaku pronunciations are correct in this context. Perhaps I've only known kagaku as the one that's used for chemistry. So, wait. I mean, possibly. Because this one, okay, so this kanji on its own can be read as bake. Or bakeru. Because it's like, oh, divide, or, bakegaku, F-I... Is it, or is it just this? Now you've you're making me think. Yeah, I guess it could. Yeah, it's both ways. It's kagaku or bakegaku, I guess. Yep, could be. Yeah, so it's like, Japanese is magical. It's just magic. Kanjis are weird by design. Oh, absolutely. They can be read in different ways. Like you can really read it in different ways. So I guess at the end of the day, the important thing is that we understand each other. Yes, exactly. So yeah, there are two kagakus, right? Like the science and the chemistry. This one specifically is for chemistry. Okay. So as I said, this theory was kind of talking about like, oh, there was something about chemistry that was mentioned in this ad. So, another creepy addition to the lore of Hitogata. And is it identical to Hitogata? Like, was it like very unique? Like, this one was a unique version of it, but it's close enough that some people think that, maybe they misremembered the whole commercial as being scarier than it actually was. And over time, memory just warped a corporate ad into a horror short, right? Like, it happened. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just kind of like choked on my own saliva. This is great. So yeah, like your memory can distort things that are normal into something pretty creepy. And now we have theory 4, which leads us to theory 4, which is classic, the Mandela effect. So that's the most unsettling explanation of all. So maybe Hitogata CM never actually existed. Because this wouldn't be the first nor the last time when Mandela effect really convinced people that something existed or something looked one way when it actually looked completely different, like the Fruit of the Loom debacle, right? Like Fruit of the Loom situation. I, to this day, remember it having the cornucopia. No one's gonna convince me otherwise. Like, I reject, like, whenever there's a video proving that, hey, Fruit of the Loom label or logo never had cornucopia in it, I'm like, no, there's no way, because I remember it and I know it had a basket or a cornucopia, something like that. Like, there was something, it wasn't just the fruits, but it was just like, nope, it was just the fruits, like, there's so many sources but I will never accept it. I will die on that hill. I will die on that cornucopia hill. Like the Mandela Catalog, I think that's what the analog horror series is called. Oh, I didn't know. The Mandela Catalog. Has the time stream been altered again? Has it? I don't know. Are we glitching? Are we glitching in in space and time? Somehow I remember it too, right? Like, so many people remember the Fruit of the Loom label having like a basket or something, like a cornucopia behind the fruits, and I'm one of them, and I will never ever admit that it was like without it. So yeah, the human brain is a funny thing. Like, we mix up childhood memories, we conflate different images, and once maybe this idea spreads online, people start remembering, right? Like, remembering the said idea or said thing, whether or not it actually happened. And that was the case with Hitogata, right? Like, some witnesses swear that there were train tracks. Other people say that no, there were no train tracks. It was just plain background or some other background. Some people remember a voice, that there was a narration in the ad. Others said like, no, there was only the train crossing sound, right? And that's it. And there was no narration. It was just the text. Also, Padashan says, I have a very strong and clear but short memory from my childhood. It definitely happened. The weird part, the memory is not from my perspective, but my brother's in my head. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, I believe in some, things, unexplainable things. So, it might have happened. Absolutely. Like, we might remember. By the way, like, I heard this story of a guy, like, I was listening to a podcast, which was oh my God, God, I forgot what the podcast name was, but basically it's unresolved. I don't know, like the host is trying to resolve like unresolved issues, unresolved like stories or like people's stories or people's like, like people come to him being like, oh, I have this unresolved argument with my best friend from like 30 years ago. I never knew what it was about. Like, oh, I never found out. So I want you to find out, or I want you to help me find out. And there was this story of a guy who came to him and he's just like, listen, I have a distinct memory of breaking my arm at a camp, at like a Boy Scout camp. and I broke my arm. I had a cast. I was taken to a hospital. I was put in a cast, and I 100% remember it. Like, this happened to me. But when I told my family, my whole family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, like now we're like, it's like 30 years later, and they said like, what, this never happened to you? You never broke an arm. Like, your brother broke an arm, but not you. And lo and behold, like, when the host actually like interviewed the family and really went into the old hospital records, they actually found out that the guy broke his arm, and and his whole family just didn't remember. They completely forgot that he broke his arm and he had a cast. So yeah, there's these things happen. So again, going back to Hitogata, it was basically like people remembered it, but then they remembered different things, right? Like voice, no voice, background, no background, sound, no sound. Some say it was 15 seconds. Others say it says it was endless, like it felt endless. It was going on for 30 or more seconds. What if this was never one single commercial, but maybe a patchwork of half-remembered PSAs, maybe urban legends, maybe a fan recreations that someone saw somewhere late at night and they're like, oh yeah, I remember this, but they actually never saw it on TV. They saw it on YouTube or they saw it somewhere on the internet. So lost media researchers even classify Hitogata as lost media, pretty much like existence unconfirmed, right? Like they don't know if it actually exists, right? Like basically we have testimonies, but there's no hard evidence that this ever existed. It's what you might call like Schrodinger's commercial. It exists, but it doesn't, right? Like it exists in people's memory, but it really doesn't exist in real life. So that's the Schrodinger's commercial. So what exactly was Hitogata? Was it a PSA? Was it an NGO scare campaign? Was it a creepy chemical ad, or was it nothing at all? Because each theory makes sense in its own way, but the real question is, why does the idea of Hitogata creep us out so much, even if it's fake? I think it's because a lot of people think it was real and they believe it was real and they believe in their heart, like, yeah, this was a creepy, how can no one find it? But we remember it. Yeah, but the question is like, what exactly do you remember? Was it real, or was it something like that your brain just patched up together and it's just a shared delusion? Okay. Tsunohanashi says, maybe it started as a horror meme that spread the more people came up with their own adaptations of it. I think it might be the case. That could explain why people remember it, even though it may not have ever happened. Yeah, absolutely. I think it might be the case of an urban legend, or analog horror, or a creepy picture, a creepy meme just evolving into different recreations and different people coming in saying like, oh yeah, I've seen it too, but they never saw it on TV. They actually saw a recreation of it, or another interpretation from someone on the internet. So I mean, there's so many like recreations of this ad. So there's these are just the few that are out there. Like I had more, right? Like I showed you guys other recreations. Like this is not even all of it. It's like a defense mechanism for the brain. I learned it from my stress class. Interesting. I mean, could it be like just to kind of rationalize, just to like think like, oh yeah, I've seen it, or like, oh yeah, this existed. Like it's not something that doesn't exist and we are all in one collective delusion. But yeah, I mean, the recreations are a bit creepy and quite scary. Yeah, right. Like the recreations themselves are already pretty creepy. I know it's like intentionally made to be creepy, right? Like I think the like anyone who made another version of it, like they made sure that, okay, I have to make it creepy because it's this like creepy internet mystery, so let me make this extra bizarre, right? And Pandashan says the name of the effect references Mandela, who died a decade after hundreds of thousands of people watched his funeral, or at least they claim to. Interesting. Yeah, I mean the Mandela effect, right? Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's everything that I have on Hitogata commercial. And still undetermined, existence unconfirmed. It is lost media in Japan and around the world, honestly. Yeah, it's considered lost media, or urban legend / lost media. So we have so many of them, but we don't really have the actual one. Okay, so that's it. Oh my god, I'm getting kind of like even more not great, but this was interesting. Like, it was interesting to look it up. It was interesting to research the Hitogata commercial, and just research theories and look at like what people are saying out there. And yeah, it's one of the more bizarre things out there for sure. Another bizarre thing that I saw last week, I guess, was during my, oh my god, it was like bizarre and it was pretty scary, but during my Patreon stream, like, we watched this technically analog horror, analog horror, ARG, but the ARG was banned on YouTube because no one can really tell if it was real or not. Like, there are strong rumors that, hey, because of what the content was, because we watched it, and so far YouTube didn't ban it, like YouTube didn't remove my video from Patreon, so that's okay. But we watched, like, we kind of went through the videos, right? Like the ARG, which is kept there E, or kept here. But we basically watched through the videos. Some of them very questionable, very questionable, like, as in, like, no wonder this was removed from YouTube, because there was some nudity, and there was some pretty insane stuff in there. But we watched it, and so the biggest question about this ARG is, was it an ARG at all? Or was this just created? Like, was this real? And the author uploaded it saying that it's an ARG so that, it can be online. It can, like, people flock in there and they watch it thinking that this is not real. Everyone was safe, but actually wasn't. Because, yeah, there were a couple of videos. There were a couple of moments when very questionable. So yeah, like, that's, if you're interested, you can look it up. It's kept there E, or kept here. It's spelled like kept here, but it's kept there E. Yeah. So that's a pretty creepy ARG. Question mark, because I don't actually know if it was an ARG. Oh no, are they still available on your Patreon? Yes, of course. Yeah, it is. Like, whenever I have a stream, it's usually all available. It's just in the Patreon archive, so you're gonna be able to see it. And in the meantime, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for listening to another creepy case. I'm gonna try to stream, maybe not tomorrow. I'm not sure if I can stream tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to stream. Like, I'll try to stream tomorrow. We'll see. If not, the next day. And yeah, I'll try to, definitely there's gonna be a Patreon stream. Definitely there's gonna be, I'm gonna make sure that the Sunday stream goes as planned. And yeah, I will catch up soon. Okay, wonderful. And Padashan says, by the way, do you have a Discord server or something? Yes, I do. It should be linked on my channel, and if it's not, maybe I can link it. I think it should be linked on my channel. Wait, let me see if it's linked on my channel. Is it? Oh no, maybe it's not. Damn, I thought it was. Let me send it. Thank you. Thanks. That's wonderful. I do have a Discord server. I have to, like, link it somewhere. But wait, hold up. Where's my Discord? Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for you guys. You guys can, in the meantime, you can look at the plushies, because why not? And thank you so much for today. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me see if I can, invite people. Oh, where's the invitation thing? Oh, okay. Okay, let me try to send it. Okay. FEARSONA Discord server. Here you go. Here it is. Yeah. So you have it in, it should work. It should work. And you can check it out. Sorry to be off topic, but is there any chance 70 emotes could be allowed in this chat from now on? Could FEARSONA or mods arrange it? Oh, I have to I have to fix it, because why? Yeah, I have to fix it. Like, I've been trying to fix the emote thing, and yeah, I'll look into it. Sorry, I have to look into this and see. The hell did I come back to so many plushies? Oh yeah, the plushie supremacy. And low. But yeah, we need to talk right now. Your plushie addiction is becoming a problem. No, it's not a problem. I can quit whenever I want to. I just don't want to. Okay. You guys, thank you so much for today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the case. And I'll be back either tomorrow or I guess Thursday. We'll see. It really depends on how's my, oh, sorry. Jesus. But it really depends on how my health is, but I will try to be back a couple of times this week for sure. There's gonna be maybe another 2-3 streams this week, and hopefully maybe I can upload some shorts. So there's gonna be something. You guys will have something definitely on Patreon, definitely at least one more stream here on YouTube this week. We'll see. I really love the plushies couch. Everyone, who doesn't? Look at them. Okay, I have to change the cows to something else. I have to start changing them, because it's getting more and more difficult. But who doesn't love my plushie couch? Okay, in the meantime, you guys, thank you so much for today. Thank you for sitting through this case with me. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bear your hexes. Until the next time. Bye. Joshua, thank you so much. The problem is Sona doesn't have enough plushies. Yeah, never enough plushies. Also, I have to add another one. But yeah, there's how many plushies are too many plushies? There's no such number. Yeah, that's it. You guys, thank you so much. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.